parts of human science can't explain.
Come on.
We know the mechanics of organs and which way the blood flows. We know the reactions of taste buds and typical functions of organs. The scientist likes to think that in time he will know everything. The problem with knowing everything is we often forget what's worth remembering.
Come on.
The doctor sits me on the table and he asks me to stick up my tongue. I do. I ask him if he can see the pains I carry in the back of my throat. He laughs as if I'm telling a joke. I'm not. I got Basquiat, actually been going Da Vinci, so when I laugh, I taste the brush strokes. I ask him if he can stick out his tongue so I can see what he has trapped inside of him. He hesitates a little, then he does. And I see a man who's struggling for acceptance and jokes on the word love. We've got robots that has mental bombs so soldiers can still pull triggers with their fingers. We got a blueprint of a hotel that will be located on the moon in 2047. We got microchips small enough to fit inside of hair follicles. Yet we still have a hard time saying words like please and thank you and offering our hands to help strangers. I go to my psychiatrist to try to explain to her what I'm feeling, and all she wants to do is prescribe me a pill to take that feeling away. I sit there silent, hoping not to interfere with the tambourines and trumpets being played in my head. She's staring in my eyes, and I hope that she can see my insides dancing, but I can tell by the sigh in her face that she hasn't danced in a much longer time. This is what we are creating. A world where the living and breathing are depending on inanimate objects that only move because they got buttons and batteries when we have hearts. I go to college to make sense out of this, to find the formula that can save us. When my professor taps me on the shoulder and asks me to raise my head from my desk and quit sleeping, I tell him, I'm not sleeping, I'm dreaming, mister. There's a difference. I ask him if he dreams, and he tells me there isn't enough time for that and we've got work to do. So I get out my pen and my paper and I draw in when I dream. It's people who sleep in rain clouds, who pass out more smiles than business cards, who can find the beautiful and the broken things. It's people who can speak every language so we can better understand each other. While the kids in my class raise their hands so excited, they speak of satellite radios and plasma screen TVs that'll help us see things more clearly. When this world that we're living in is far more foreign to me than Pluto's moons with the idea of being a queen, it seems that with every great adventure we make, we're taking something more important back, like we're trying to prove to ourselves that we're smarter than monkeys and apes because we can build skyscrapers and send rockets to space. To each his own is our motto, and since this is the case, I would like the aliens to come and attack us today. Because only then do we unite as one world. Instead of being separated by our own religions, governments, prejudices, and races. Only then will we may be able to figure out the parts of humans that science has yet to explain.
Come on, yeah.